Crack Defense. So we have covered two chapters of our chemistry series, and this is the third chapter in which we'll study the chemical reaction, and we'll focus majorly on the oxidation reaction. So we'll start with our oxidation and reduction thing. So this is one of the table which is very important for you to learn. Okay, so in oxidation, what happens is a gain of oxygen takes place. In reduction, we have loss of oxygen. Okay, as the name suggests, oxidation, so oxygen will come. Okay, oxygen add hoega. So if oxygen is getting added, then the reaction is called oxidation reaction. If oxygen is getting reduced, if oxygen का lose of oxygen हो रहा है, then reduction will take place. Okay, in case of hydrogen, loss of hydrogen will form oxidation reaction, and gain of hydrogen will form reduction reaction. Okay, so this is the reduction reaction. So I hope this is clear about oxygen and hydrogen thing. So in oxidation, you have gain of oxygen and loss of hydrogen, and in reduction you have loss of oxygen and gain of hydrogen. So these are vice versa. Okay, then the next thing which we have is loss of electrons. Okay, so in case of oxygen we have loss of electrons. In case of reduction we have gain of electron. Okay, so oxygen may you'll have loss of electron, and in reduction you'll have gain of electron. And the next thing we have increase in oxidation number. So here, because oxygens are getting added, we have increase in oxidation number, and oxygen are getting reduced, so we have decrease in oxidation number. With this you can relate and you can remember this. So this is very important. I'll request you to memorize this at this point of time itself. So what oxidation is? In oxidation we have gain of electron, we have loss of hydrogen, we have loss of electron, and we have increase in oxidation number. And in case of reduction we have loss of oxygen, we have gain of hydrogen, we have gain of electron, and decrease in oxidation number. Now we'll learn this with the help of certain reaction. So we'll see this reaction. In this reaction, you'll see that Fe2O3 is present. Okay, and on this side, when Fe2O3 reacts with CO, it will form 2 Fe and 3 CO2. So here in Fe we have oxygen attached, but in this side you'll see oxygen is not attached. So here oxygen has been removed. Because oxygen has been removed, so here this reaction is called reduction. Okay, reduction is taking place. Similarly, in case of CO, you will see that here with C you have oxygen, one molecule of oxygen, and here you have two molecules of oxygen. So what is taking place? Oxidation is taking place because oxygen are getting added. Okay, so here you have we have already read that gain of oxygen matlab oxidation, loss of oxygen matlab reduction. So that is what is taking place here also. So here you have removal of oxygen, so reduction, addition of oxygen, so oxidation. Now if we talk about electrons, so here uh, we have Cu2 plus. When Cu2 plus reacts with magnesium, it forms Cu and Mg2 plus. So here you'll see that copper, that is Cu2 plus, so it is having a plus 2 charge. Now in atoms and molecules chapter, you we have discussed about what anions and what cations are. Okay, so when you get positive charge and when you get negative charge, so because here it is getting positive charge and the charge is 2 plus, it means it must have given 2 electrons. Okay, so carbon must have given 2 electrons, that is why carbon is having plus 2 charge. But here there is no charge on carbon. So how this is, how we don't have charge here? Because carbon must have added 2 electrons, so plus 2 and minus 2 will neutralize, and then here carbon does not have any charge. Okay, so here there's 2 plus and here we don't have any charge. It means gain of electron must have taken place, and that is why reduction, because in reduction we have gain of hydrogen and gain of electron. And in case of Mg, here we don't have any charge, but in this case we have charge of 2 plus. It means Mg must have given 2 electrons. So because यहाँ पर loss of electron हुआ है, therefore in case of Mg oxidation has been taken place. Okay, so if we brief it, so in case of reduction, in this case, in case of Fe, so because oxygen has been removed, so reduction is taking place. Here, because oxygen has been added, oxidation has taken place. In this case, because the charge, now here we don't have any charge, it means gain of electron must have taken place. So this is reduction. And here now you have charge of 2 plus, therefore loss of electron must have taken place. So here Mg is getting oxidized, Cu is getting reduced. So I hope this is clear. Now we'll talk about agents. So oxidizing agents, they cause oxidation, okay? They help in oxidation of a reaction. And reducing agent, they cause reduction. They help in reduction of an, they help in reduction, okay? So if we discuss this with the help of this reaction, okay, so in this reaction, we have CuO, we have H2, then this is forming Cu and H2O. So Cu is getting reduced, CuO is getting reduced to Cu. Okay, so because यहाँ पर oxygen था, now here you don't have oxygen, so Cu is getting reduced to copper. So what oxidizing agents do? Oxidizing agents helps in reduction. Okay, so here CuO is an oxidizing agent, and that is why we are getting Cu here. Okay, and in this case H2 is getting oxidized, so H2 is a reducing agent. Here CuO is getting reduced, so Cu is an oxidizing agent. So I hope this is clear what oxidizing agents are, what reducing agents are, what oxidation is, and what reduction is. There is a very minor difference between these four terms, so do revise it. And there are questions that have been asked from these topics, from these four things, so clear it. Okay, so oxidizing agents, they give oxygen, reducing agents, they gain oxygen. Okay, so here CuO is an oxidizing agent, and here H2 is a reducing agent. CuO is getting reduced to Cu, and H2 is getting oxidized to H2O. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now uh, we will discuss this slide जहाँ पर we'll talk about electrons. Okay, so here Al, it is changing from 1 to +3. Okay, so here because plus charge आ गया है, it means electrons must have been lost. Okay, so because here removal of electron is taking place, uh, so यहाँ पर Al is oxidized. Okay, so in oxidation we have loss of electrons, so यहाँ पर भी because removal of electron has taken place, it means Al has been oxidized. Okay, and Al is a reducing agent. Okay, so Al has been oxidized and it is a reducing agent. ठीक है, तो reducing agent will cause oxidation, oxidizing agents will cause reduction. So in case of Ag, we have plus say 0 charge, so यहाँ पर it means Ag is reduced. Okay, because in reduction we have gain of electron, so यहाँ पर gain of electron हुआ होगा. So in reduction we have gain of electrons, and that is why Ag is reduced, and Ag plus here is an oxidizing agent. So I hope this is clear. Now next we have this topic. Okay, so we will discuss about corrosion and rancidity. So what corrosion means? Corrosion मतलब जंग लग जाना. Okay, डैमेज हो जाना कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट. So usually metal objects जो होते हैं with time they get corroded. Okay, car bodies or ships, you'll see in ships also, so it needs maintenance. अगर हम maintenance नहीं करेंगे, so you'll see the formation of rust. आयरन सरफेस पे रस्टिंग होता है. सो मेटल्स which are made of metals, they undergo rusting. Now iron is a very common uh, where we will discuss rusting. Okay, so iron में बहुत ज़्यादा rusting होती है, and that is why iron objects, they need maintenance. And why this happens? Because iron, it reacts with oxygen present in the moisture. Okay, so iron, it will react with oxygen in the moisture. It will react with oxygen in the moisture, and uh, it will form a reddish brown substance. It will form a reddish brown substance, or reddish brown layer, and that is called rust. Okay, that is what is corrosion. So here, if we see our next slide, so in this you can see that Fe, okay, Fe, it reacts with moisture present in the atmosphere, and it is forming rust. Okay, rust also has the formula of Fe2O3 dot XH2O. Okay, so this is also this is called hydrated ferric oxide. And how this is formed? When iron react with moisture present in the atmosphere. So this is what is corrosion or rusting. Okay, so when copper substance are getting corroded, uh, because of carbon dioxide, we will see the formation of green layer. Okay, and when silver is getting corroded, we will see the formation of black color layer. Okay, so black color layer is because of the corrosion of silver. Okay, because of sulfur. And in case of copper, we get green layer because of carbon dioxide. Okay, so because of carbon dioxide in copper, we see the formation of green layer, and because of sulfur in silver, we'll see the formation of black layer. Now we have to prevent this. Okay, so for prevention of corrosion, what you can do is, there are certain methods in which galvanization is one of the important method. It can be asked for 1 mark. Okay, what galvanization is? So galvanization is the process of applying protective zinc coating to iron or steel to prevent rusting. So हम इसमें zinc coating कर देते हैं, and this will prevent your iron from rusting. So this is called as galvanization. Now the other methods for the prevention of rusting is electroplating. Okay, uh, metals are covered. Okay, metals को हम coat कर देते हैं. For example, you have gold, you have silver, so उसको हम plate कर देंगे, so that will increase the life of that particular metal. So that is the electroplating thing. And then we have painting. We can do painting, so हम iron को paint कर देंगे, so that will increase the life of iron. It will prevent iron from rusting. So this is all about corrosion. And the next thing we have rancidity. So what rancidity is? So rancidity means when oil and fats are oxidized and allowed to stand for a longer time, okay, they become rancid. Okay, they become rancid, or they smell very foul. Okay, बहुत खराब smell आती है when कुछ भी सड़ जाता है. So that means कि वो खराब हो गया. Okay, that has undergone rancidity. And why this is happening? This is because of the because the food is getting oxidized. Okay, in the presence of moisture, oxygen present in the moisture. So here normal cell is there. Cells are attacked by free cells, and you'll see that cells with oxidative stress. तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा oxygen हो गया, therefore ये खराब हो गया है. So this is what is rancidity. Now how you can prevent rancidity? रेनसिडिटी कैन बी प्रिवेंटेड बाय रेफ्रिजरेशन. सो अगर हम फूड को रेफ्रिजरेट कर देते हैं, सो इन लो टेम्परेचर ऑक्सीडेशन is very less, and that is the reason why in fridge you can store the food for a longer time. If you keep the food outside, it will get destroyed. Okay, but if you refrigerate it, you will increase the life of your food. Next is because of the use of antioxidants also, you can prevent rancidity. So you must have uh, you must have used artificial sorry, you must have used juices. Okay, from shops you must have purchased them. So उसको हम बाहर भी रखते हैं तो वो ख़राब नहीं होते हैं, because उनमें antioxidants मिले होते हैं. So these antioxidants will prevent them from oxidizing prevent them from excess of oxidation. Okay, and antioxidants are of two types. One is artificial and one is natural. Okay, so and artificial oxidants are have been added. They are added to the juices, okay, which you buy from shops. And natural antioxidants, you also have natural oxidants, natural antioxidant, and they will increase the life of in whatever you are adding. Okay, so they'll increase the life, they'll prevent them from rusting. Now, there's also an example of, like, you must have observed that when you buy a chips packet, okay, so that chips packet is crunchy whenever you open it. Okay, if you eat it after 2 3 days also, you'll see the crunch in the chips is there. So why it is so? Because in chips packet, what they do is that they fill the chips packet with nitrogen, and nitrogen gas is a very unreactive gas, so it will not react with chips, and it will also not allow oxygen to come. Okay, जब तक हम पैकेट को खोलते नहीं है तब तक oxygen will not enter, and nitrogen that is already present will not react with the chips, and that is why your chips will be crunchy. So nitrogen prevent from oxidation, and nitrogen prevent from oxidation of that chips, and that is why it is crispy. And when you open it and after a few hours you eat it, you'll see that the crunch will not be there. Okay, uh, it is because वो chips तब तक oxidize हो चुका होएगा. So that is what is rancidity is. So we have discussed about what corrosion is, we have discussed about what rancidity is, and with this we are done with this topic. Now we'll have in our next class we'll cover the next topic. Okay, so that is acid, bases and salts. So we'll discuss about that, and do attend that lesson also, because that is very important lesson. A lot of questions have been asked from that lesson. So uh, revise this part and then go to the next part. And happy learning, all the best, take care, bye bye.